What is up, Xaliter here. The Blue Sand armor set is a great tanky armor set that is easily obtained in the starting region. Combat is tough and outward, especially if you don't know the enemy's attack patterns. In these instances, having a tanky armor is almost essential to keep you alive while learning the different attack patterns. What makes the Blue Sand armor set so great in the early game is that it provides a decent amount of defense against a wide range of damage types. This allows you to keep the same armor while exploring the world and encountering various enemies. In this video, we will go over the pieces of the Blue Sand set, including their stats, how they compare to the averages of other similar armors, how to obtain them, and which enchantments are compatible with the armor pieces. Now, let's get to it. Let's start out with the stats of the armor pieces. For the comparison, I chose to get the average of the Adventure set, Amylite set, Fur set, and Half Plate set. These were chosen because they are relatively easier to obtain in the Chersonese, also known as the beginner region, without too much RNG. These armors are full sets, which include a helmet, body armor, and boots. In addition, I chose these sets because they are not an obviously inferior set like the Tattered set, or a set with different main objective like the Master Trader set. When comparing the averages of the previously mentioned sets to the Blue Sand set, it will include the mean and the median. While I will be stating the compared stats, the visuals will only include what I believed were the most relevant stats. The Blue Sand set consists of the Blue Sand helm, the Blue Sand armor, and the Blue Sand boots. Starting with the Blue Sand helm, it has 2 protection, 14% physical resistance, 20% fire resistance, 20% frost resistance, 11% impact resistance, plus 10% mana cost, plus 4% stamina cost, minus 4% movement speed, 54% total resistance, and 350 durability. The averages of the helmets in the previously mentioned sets are 0.5 mean and 0.5 median protection, 8.5% mean and 7.5% median impact resistance, 8.5% mean and 9% median physical resistance, plus 1.5% mean and 2% median stamina cost, plus 12.5% mean and 15% median mana cost, minus 1% mean and 1% median movement speed, and 18.5% mean and 20% median total resistance. Next, we have the Blue Sand armor with 3 protection, 20% physical resistance, 20% lightning resistance, 20% decay resistance, 19% impact resistance, minus 10 hot weather defense, plus 6% stamina cost, minus 6% movement speed, 60% total resistance, and 350 durability. The averages of the body armor in the comparison group are 1.25 mean and 1.5 median protection, 14.25% mean and 11.5% median impact resistance, 14.25% mean and 14.5% median physical resistance, plus 1.25 mean and 0 median hot weather defense, plus 9 mean and 8 median cold weather defense, plus 2.25% mean and 3% median stamina cost, minus 1.5% mean and 1.5% median movement speed, and 33% mean and 36.5% median total resistance. Then we have the Blue Sand boots with 2 protection, 14% physical resistance, 20% ethereal resistance, 11% impact resistance, plus 4% stamina cost, minus 4% movement speed, 34% total resistance, and 350 durability. The averages of the boots in the comparison group are 0.5 mean and 0.5 median protection, 8.75% mean and 7.5% median impact resistance, 8.5% mean and 9% median physical resistance, plus 1.25 mean and 0 median hot weather defense, plus 4.5 mean and 4 median cold weather defense, plus 1.5% mean and 2% median stamina cost, minus 1% mean and 1% median movement speed, and 18.5% mean and 20% median total resistance. Now that we went over the stats, let's get on to how to obtain this set. All the pieces of the Blue Sand set can be obtained from Loudhammer, the blacksmith in Cierzo. The cost for each piece is as follows: 250 silver and 3 blue sand for the Blue Sand helm, 400 silver and 5 blue sand for the Blue Sand armor, and 200 silver and 2 blue sand for the Blue Sand boots. For those who are not aware, blue sand can be collected on the beaches of the Chersonese and is most easily seen at night as sparkly blue patches on the ground. After paying Loudhammer the silver and blue sand, it takes about 24 in-game hours for the armor piece to be completed, and you just have to talk with him again to get the armor piece. For the enchantments, I will only include the non-enchanting guild enchantments since those are super late game and most likely would not play a part in most people's playthroughs. The Blue Sand set does not really have any special enchantments going for it, and pretty much only has universal enchantments. For all 3 armor pieces, they can be enchanted with Aegis, which increases protection by 2 for body armors and by 1 for helmets and boots, or they can be enchanted with Filter, which increases corruption resistance by 10% for body armors and by 5% for helmets and boots. The boots have an additional universal enchantment of Flux, which increases movement speed by 3% and increases lightning damage by 5%. Now, for my own curiosity as well, I decided to see how well the Blue Sand armor set tanks damage compared to a relatively easy to obtain but definitely inferior defensively early game armor set, the padded set. For this, I wore the full set of each the Blue Sand set and the padded armor set, and tanked hits from common enemies found in the Chersonese, also known as the starting region, as well as 2 more challenging standard enemies in this region. I'll just be going off of how many hits can be tanked until being defeated. For this testing, the character will wear each armor set and will have 100 health without any additional defensive or regeneration buffs. Just a heads up, we already know the stats of the Blue Sand set, which we went over earlier. However, just for full disclosure, the padded set focuses on defense against frost damage with 19% physical resistance, 29% frost resistance, and 31% impact resistance when wearing the full set. One more thing is that the enemies have different attacks as well, which deal different amounts and sometimes types of damage, and some enemies can inflict damage over time, status effects, and these were not corrected for in testing. Against the Hyena, the padded set tanked 6 hits, and the Blue Sand set tanked 14 hits. Against the Guisarm, I'm not sure if that's how you pronounce it, bandit, the padded set tanked 7 hits and the Blue Sand set tanked 19 hits. Against the Sword Bandit, the padded set tanked 9 hits and the Blue Sand set tanked 24 hits. Against the Bandit Defender, the padded set tanked 4 hits and the Blue Sand set tanked 7 hits. Against the Shell Horror, the padded set tanked 3 hits and the Blue Sand set tanked 4 hits. Against the Mantis Shrimp, the padded armor tanked 5 hits and the Blue Sand set tanked 7 hits. Against the Wendigo, the padded set tanked 4 hits and the Blue Sand set tanked 4 hits. As we can see, against the Wendigo, who primarily does a mix of physical and frost damage, the padded set actually was pretty even with the Blue Sand set, whereas everywhere else, it was pretty in favor of the Blue Sand set. I believe that the Blue Sand set is an excellent defensive set that can be obtained early. Especially for beginners, this set can keep you alive a little longer while learning the different attack patterns, after which combat becomes much easier. This analysis of the Blue Sand set was primarily comparing it as an early game armor to other early game armors, but let me know in the comments if you want an additional analysis with a more broad comparison group where the Blue Sand set is also compared to more later game armors. If you are interested in looking into other pieces of equipment for your builds, click on the info card for a playlist featuring other equipment. Otherwise, I'll see you later.